Hi everyone and welcome to another astrology update. Now today we have a rather complicated sky because there's so very many conflicting energies there, and some of the energies are simply a dichotomy within themselves. Some of the aspects are so very dualistic that both of their expression can simply enter our lives, our awareness, or simply our heart at the same time. So, of course, naturally, the most predominant and powerful energy is, without a shadow of a doubt, Mars squaring Jupiter and Pluto in the sky, and how that is playing out is very, very obvious to all of us. It is the start of all the social unrest. It is the start where governments, politicians, representatives, leaders are severely challenged by the people. And in some parts of the world, the uprising is already blooming, while in other parts, people are still trying to process this. They're still basically trying to find another way. But naturally, the series of disclosures, revelations, where the corruption, the nepotism, the incompetence of centralized power, all their flaws and weaknesses are coming to the surface. And this is where it is perfectly visible for all of us. But chances are, as Mars starts to advance even further into its home sign of Aries, and especially when it's going to meet the female awakener, goddess of discord, his sister, Eris, the planetoid, which has so much to do with revolution, they're going to square Pluto together, and that is a very, very powerful revolutionary energy, where the individual will simply make the choice to stand up for what they believe in, and it doesn't matter who they have to fight, because Aries and Eris are fighters, the female fighter and the male fighter. So that is, without a shadow of a doubt, a moment when the conflicts are going to rise up to very high and dangerous levels. And at the same time, Mars in Aries squaring Jupiter, well, that is the power of law enforcement, of military action. And at the same time, since Uranus is so very active, it can also mean explosions, disasters, accidents, and even very unusual natural calamities and strange weather phenomenon. But this isn't an immediate energy. This is more like a long-term energy that is going to dominate all of the summer and the autumn. So this is where we get pieces of the puzzle, where the big picture is just starting to form gradually. So I'm not even going to be talking about Mars that much right now. I'm rather going to be talking about Mercury entering into the sign of Leo. And one expression of this energy is where all of us are going to pay closer attention to our leaders, as in Leo, the kings, royal families, movie stars, highly influential people, VIPs, all of those who basically dominate the world stage through their self-expression. So since Mercury is in this sign, we can expect a lot of gossip, celebrity gossip, celebrities and highly influential people doing very strange or unusual things, maybe secrets discovered. But either way, they are going to have a rather shocking effect on all of us. And some people, as in VIPs, might trigger very strong emotional reaction from their public. Another energy is Venus in anaretic degree of Gemini. This is where it is before she leaves this dual sign of Gemini and enters Cancer. And once she enters Cancer, she is going to have a totally different kind of expression. She is very dreamy, compassionate, very, very loving and nurturing in Cancer. But in anaretic degree of Gemini, she is very, very different, because anaretic degree is the shadow expression of the planet, amplified and emphasized upon. So this can be discussions and choices about matters of the heart, about everything and everyone who we love, relationship, couples, having serious discussions about their futures, about what they want to do. This can even represent us individually making a very important decision of what we are seeking in matters of love or matters of the heart. But at the same time, Venus also forms a minor astrological aspect named the quincunx with Saturn, so it could be that right now we're harvesting something regarding our interhuman relationships, one-on-one relationships. Maybe, Venus in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is words, affirmation, self-expression. Something that we may have done in the very recent past. For example, when Venus was retrograde in this sign, that can manifest right now in a very surprising or unusual matter. It can be unexpected romantic declarations. It can be gifts and rewards and honors. But at the same time, it can play out in a totally different way, where maybe angry words or something we might have expressed or spoken out under this Venus retrograde that returns to us as a sign of a karmic wake-up call, that we have to be way more diligent of what we speak and what we express. This is where the sky might invite us to be very, very careful what we project onto other people, because our angry words or our speeches made out of confusion or not knowing our inner truth can be misinterpreted and it can challenge us. But either way, Venus in anaretic degree of a dual sign like Gemini, it can represent the solution, the culmination, the resolution of an inner conflict. For example, what we want rationally and what we want in our heart space, the truth of the mind and of the heart coming together and solving their conflict, solving their dichotomy, getting out of any potential paradox. But at the same time, if you are someone who already has done this under this Venus retrograde period, well, this can be a moment when the heavens are inviting you to embody your truth and simply act out or communicate out of place of everything that you love and hold dear. A very positive side of the expression of this energy can have much to do with persuasion, communication, convincing other people, or being very attractive and appearing very valuable, expressing your self-worth through communication, self-expression, one-on-one relationships and alliances. So today might be really good if you're really, really passionate about something and maybe you have an interview or have to express yourself. This is a really good energy. If you're not so passionate or if you're really lost and confused, well then speaking and expressing yourself without thinking things through might not be the very best idea, because let's not forget that Mercury, the planet of communication, is in the very fiery, passionate, sometimes even assertive sign of Leo. So this energy asks us to think everything through before we speak. There is also a harmonious energy, a trine between the Sun and Mars, and this is really, really strong. Not yet, because the trine isn't exact yet, but it's getting there. The energy is building up. And Mars in its home sign of Aries is courage, it is action-oriented, it is the ability to trust in our choices, in our ambitions, where our instincts and our gut feeling is very, very precise and helpful. It is the aspect of the warrior. And the Sun in its home sign of Leo, it is our identities, it is matters of the heart, the passions, everything that we love, self-expression. So it is also courage, but from a totally different perspective. And when these two planets in these two fire signs, which have a very strong synergy with each other, speak in this way, well, that is like a celestial invitation to have faith in ourselves, to trust the self, to trust our heart, our passions, everything that we love. And if a need may arise that we have to stand up for ourselves, to reinforce our boundaries, to protect our inner truth, our self-expression, even the ego, well, this is a really, really good energy. Just that we have to make sure not to overdo it, because overconfidence, a not very wise courage or boldness or ambition, where we just leap into the fray without thinking and feeling it through, well, that might not be the best choice ever. But the best choice with this energy is if you're really ambitious about something, if you need a little extra courage to step out your comfort zone, if there's any situation in your life which needs a lot of self-confidence and self-trust, well, this is where this energy can be a massive blessing. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope that this information was useful. If you would like a personal reading with a situation or a problem in your life, feel free to log on to 1millionnights.com and find your dedicated advisor there who would love nothing more than to help you and guide you find your own truth and find a solution or resolution to your situation or your problem. Thank you again for listening. Until next time, bye for now.